Those are some beautiful California grapes. I am here in lovely Napa, California, my last day here, so I won't be terrorizing you fellow British people with the sunshine and my topless running antics, which is what I've been up to this morning. I just got to take advantage of this weather and this whole place while I'm here. So just wanted to check in with y'all and just tell you what my last couple days have been like. As you probably know, I've been here at the MastermindTalks, which is an event hosted by Jayson Gaignard that I kind of got a last minute spot for, and I'm super grateful. And yesterday was our second day, and if the first day wasn't intense enough with guys like Kelly Starrett and Neej, the author from Hooked, you know, jumping up on stage along with countless others, and then you know, a fireside chat with James Altucher and Rick Ross. And then the second day was even better. Amazing speakers, amazing topics covered, a lot of things shared. That we had these round tables where you could go and talk to each person, and I spent some time with Tucker Max, and he talked all about the publishing industry and how to publish a book and whether to self-publish or go with publishers. And Tucker's quite a character, including a blue belt under Hoyle Gracie, which I found out last night at this Tuscan castle we had dinner at last night. But it was really cool spending time with Tucker and getting his insights, as well as some other people that I learned a lot from about public speaking, even getting in touch with your kids and things like that. And then we had a fireside chat with Tim Ferriss at the end, which was pretty incredible. You know, just sitting there with Tim on stage, and he was really being honest and answering all of our questions about, you know, how he lives his life now, how he invests, all the different pieces about his puzzle, including his recent release on iTunes of the Tim Ferriss Show. And I think that's already gone to #1. And I think he says it's beating out like everything on iTunes, including Game of Thrones and Mad Men and all that stuff. So happy for Tim's success. I got a chance to chat with him later. Got a bit of a hug from Tim, and it was nice to see him. I hadn't seen him in a couple years. So just fantastic energy. But you know, all that stuff is great, and you know, the picturesque scenery is fantastic. But what I really learned today is about having the proper peer group around you, because this conference has been about 140 people, of really people at the top of their game, but more than that, it's people that really come towards life with a sense of gratitude, spirituality, even some vulnerability, and everyone was really open about their successes and failures. And I think as entrepreneurs, or even as humans, you know, we really need that sometimes, especially, you know, if you're really getting to the top of your game, you know, to realize that there's other people like you out there that are struggling as well. And so it was just a great forum and a private place where we could all kind of really kind of bond in that way. And it's really interesting that the energy of the room is just something I haven't really felt in a long time. And everyone that you shook hands with or bumped into, you know, at lunch or having coffee, you knew was going to be an exceptional individual, and they always were. And so it was just kind of amazing in that standpoint. And so, you know, I always say, or Tim Ferriss says, you're the average of the 5 people you spend time with. You know, everyone has repeated some iteration of that line so many times, and it's just so true. But I think I've realized, and this is something you might want to ask yourself, you know, a lot of us think we're doing that right. And, you know, I get to talk to world-class people every week, but I could be doing better. And so I think it's probably a good time for you to ask yourself if you could be doing better. You know, something that's really popular here in the States are something called masterminds, where, you know, you meet regularly with people that are doing something similar to you, but not exactly what you're doing, and, you know, compare notes and push each other and make each other accountable to goals and that kind of thing. And it's something that's quite popular here, but it's not really happening in London, and it's not really happening, you know, much to me or even to the London Reelers that I know of. So that's going to be my goal for this year, is to really get us more accountable. And of course, that's what London Reel Academy is all about. And we're going to have groups and accountability groups in there. But if you're not part of that, I just want you to think about how you can become accountable or get some type of a mastermind feedback in your life, because it's crucial. And it's funny, if I look back now, I've gone to 3 pretty major events, 1 a quarter for the past 9 months, whether it was Pena or Los Angeles or here. And you know, they're definitely having just big step function increases on the way I think, the risks I take, the moves I'm making. And so that's all up to being around people and ideas that are just big, you know. And so it's that's what I'm really getting from this week, and that's my thought of the day. And again, it's also about being the right kind of energy. There's a guy talking this week called Philip McLaren, who I hope to have a guest on the show, and a really fascinating Irish guy that really gets to the point of things very quickly. And he asked someone yesterday, he said, he was listening to their struggles as a business, and he said, "What is your relationship with money?" And everyone just stopped and froze, and he's like, "Yeah, what is your relationship with money?" And if we all think about what our relationship with money is, it's probably a very dysfunctional one, and probably one that we don't even understand that we have. And especially for a lot of you guys out there that are successful or want to be successful, sometimes we get so focused on that those dollar bills that we don't even know why the fuck we're doing it anymore. And so these are really good questions to ask yourself, because you'll find that if you don't know why you're doing it, even if you're, stacking that paper, you'll find that there's something inside of you that's out of whack, and you're just getting more unhappy every day. So I think what's really amazing here, and I told someone this last night, they're like, "What'd you get out of it?" I was like, you know what? I feel that when I come back here next year, and I do plan to, that when I talk to people, they'll want to know how I am and what I'm doing, but they'll want to know more that I just added a comma or a few zeros to my income. They'll want to know how I was doing it. Am I doing it in a way that's congruent and one that's helping the rest of the world and taking things to another level? And so it's that kind of a peer group that seems to appreciate, those kind of softer symbols of success. And so that's kind of a real intangible I got from this week. So that's really, that's pretty amazing if you think about it. And I just thought at the top of my head last night. So it wasn't even necessarily a theme of this week, but I get the feeling that I will be spending a lot more time with the people here. And if I am accountable to them, and I think I will be, it'll be in a way that's not purely financial. So Jayson, if you're listening, and that's, in my opinion, the ultimate testament to what you've built here, the Mastermind Talks. If I can walk away after not knowing anyone here after 2 days and get that feeling that, yes, this was about making us better business people, but it was also really about making us better humans and more centered and congruent people in everything we do, then that's a big success. So big love to Jayson and his wife for just setting it all up, all the little touches, just really nice. It's just, I forgot, because I'm normally not the most social people, but I didn't have to push myself the last couple days to go ahead and meet people and stuff. It flowed really naturally, and that's by the design of Jayson. Beautiful event, beautiful venue, top class speakers. So there you go. That's my thought of the week.